Another day, another video. Please like, subscribe, share, and let's get on with it. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Brieya Silverweb, and I want to talk about Octavia. Why do I want to talk about Octavia? I want to talk about her because I relate to something I have not seen any other reactor or critic or beloved fan of Octavia talk about, and that is her nightmares. Everyone is going, oh, well, it's prophetic. Oh, it's her just being worried that she's going to be all alone. Because who doesn't have that fear? It's a lot deeper. Kids figure things out. They figure things out before they even have the dictionary and comprehension to articulate and categorize what they have figured out. Octavia is having nightmares because she has realized on some level she is not safe. There is one parent who is dangerous, who is holding her hostage, that has made her sanctuary a place of harm. Even if her parents somehow manage to hide their disdain for each other. Kids pick things up. They always pick things up. They may not understand why someone makes them feel weird. They may not understand why they pick one parent over the other, but they do. And in her case, well, right now, because of what's happened to her family, the thin, frail reality she had built for herself has come crumbling down. So, of course, everyone around her, including herself, is to blame. Her father was more than just her father. This man, who did not have any parental units around him as he was growing up, all his pictures, unlike hers, the parents are absent. Both parents are absent. Her mother is in none of the pictures because the Goetias are absent from raising their children. Her father is her protection, her shield, even though he is broken because of how he was raised. Somehow, instinctively, he is giving her the tools to give her a better foundation, which he was never given. Even if he doesn't understand how she can use it, he recognized this person who has become his child is absolutely phenomenal and needs all the best tools available to her. And that is coming into fruition. And right now, she's in the middle of being a teenager, even misunderstanding why she had the nightmare. She thinks it means to not ever trust her father. That's why she was always looking for him. No, she was probably looking for him because she was running away from the nightmare of her mom, knowing what kind of terrible person Stella is. And Stella is an awful person. Stella weaponizes everything and everyone around her. Stella, even if she is, as her brother puts it, a stupid cow, understands the game of the Goetia of hurting everybody, and that's the sport. That's the only way she can be happy. Her having any kind of awakening to something else will either break her, be rejected, or possibly make her worse. And no, I'm not going to call Stella her mother because Stella has not been maternal. Like I said, she held that family hostage. She didn't have to stay in the house once she hatched the egg. She could have just left. I mean, like I said, where in the world was Stella's mother? The parents were not in that mansion. Stella did not have to stay. She did it to torture everyone. So no, she's not a mother in that sense. She's not paternal. She's not parental. Everything is a nasty torture game for this person. And if that's what it means to be part of the Goetia, yeah, no wonder Stolas and Octavia do not fit in. Because it's something for her to destroy to justify how she's been her entire life up to this point. We're also assuming that Octavia doesn't know that her father was supposed to set her up in an arranged marriage. We're assuming this. We don't know how much he's fought the system. They haven't told us. We also don't know if that's also another reason for her nightmare, because maybe she heard her father say no, he's not putting her through that. And let's face it, her grandfather would be terrifying. So that's two monsters she could be running away from. As a budding adult, she doesn't understand or clearly remember what set it off. Because we forget things. Trauma does that to a person. She also is not ready to admit emotionally that she likes Blitz. And think about it. Go watch and see how many times she agreed with Blitz on stuff, especially in the last episode. How many times she saw that Blitz made sure she was being watched over. She recognized he was protective. She also got to talk to his daughter, who explained, yeah, Blitz makes mistakes all the time, but he's a good dad. He's just trying his best and he's messing up. He's doing things dumb backwards. Octavia needs time to figure things out. And Stella will never see Octavia as an adult. And Stella will do anything she can if she finds she cannot keep Octavia under control. Octavia is still in a lot of danger. There's a reason why Stolas is terrified for her. But yet he knows from the fact that she defended him, even if she feels like he has lied to her, she loved him enough to protect him. He knows the strength he saw in her when she was hatched is coming to the point where everyone is going to know who Octavia is. And he's always known what she is. I mean, think about it. He did one of the best parenting things a parent could ever do. In his song, You Will Be Okay, he does not put on any of his hopes, dreams, and aspirations on his child. He wants her to be safe. He wants her to be happy. He wants her to know, even on the last day, he will be up in the sky watching over her. He trusts her. He more than just loves her and protects her. He trusts his child. And unlike Stella, he can trust her to take care of herself. There are a couple things I'm hoping Octavia will be able to figure out during the next season, if not the next century. That one, her father never really lied to her. She just did not understand the position and context he was coming from and how he was trying to be a good parent and not code her to do what he wanted. He wanted her to figure out what she needed to do for herself. That too, she figures out that, well, yes, his stumbling into his relationship with Blitz was an absolute catastrophe and a mess. Her mother trying to execute her father and then put his lover on the chopping block on national TV, confirming her mother's status of being an atrocious person as well as her uncle. I swear they are they're two peas in a pod. And three, even if she cannot ever forgive him enough to start up the more than just friendship that a parent can have with their adult child, I like the thought if she could at least visit him from time to time, especially for the holidays, just to see how things are going. And she's going to spend the rest of her life figuring out all the little details of why she had the nightmares she did and why her father was her sense of security and protection against something that didn't want her around. And you can say I'm biased all you want, that's fine. But I felt it was important to touch on the fact that nightmares reveal a lot of a child's subconscious and stuff they have picked up on and things their higher frames of function have figured out and they don't know how to handle it. But the fact that she as a child figured this out is pretty good. She's got really good observation skills. And while I understand they have not written a lot about her, I think that's because most of Octavia's story isn't simple observation. Watching how she reacts to people, watching what she takes in. She's a deep thinker. She's empathic. So yeah, she's not going to be out there on the desk like Blitz. I am looking forward to seeing how she responds when she realizes that just like her dad, she can make mistakes and make them just as bad. So yeah, that's something I wanted to put out there about Octavia. I'm looking forward to season 3. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Somehow, she and Stolas will give Stella her comeuppance, including her brother Elsa. Even if Stolas and Blitz remain friends, and they're just good co-workers, this kind of stuff, I can live with that. Because sometimes, well, they are in hell. We don't know how friendships develop over there. And it seems like everything's a super hyper mess. I look forward to seeing what happens to Stolas and Blitz and their daughters. I'm hoping Moxie and Millie reveal what's going on with Millie having her pregnancy. And I'm looking forward to more good songs from this series. So folks, I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to y'all later. Brieya out.